Hello there, friends and followers, and welcome to this live stream. I want to wish you all a belated Merry Christmas for those of you who celebrate it around the world, and I wish that the new year will bring in a lot of tranquility, success, and prosperity to you, your family, your loved ones, and the entire world. Today we are going to be flying from Denmark to Norway. It's a short 47 minutes in flight time, and we're going to be doing so aboard this real flight Scandinavian Airlines 145 something, 58 I believe is the real world flight. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the Toliss A321. And this is the Neo Mod, and I've also purchased both the BSS Sound Pack for the CFM and the IAE engines. So we should be in for some fun today. I'm not very sure about the about the sounds or the resolution that you guys are seeing on the screen, but hopefully things will be good. I forgot to start Sim Toolkit Pro. So I'm going to do that now. Let's see if I can do this here while you guys are with me. So bear with me. I haven't streamed in a while, so I've kind of lost my touch there. But here, let's go ahead and do this together. I've had some issues with the sounds. I'm unable to get my headphones to work properly. So yeah, I've had some issues there, and I was not very well prepared today, to be honest. I've had so many things to, a lot of errands to run today, and so hence, let's go to flight planning, and we're going to say, no, that's not what I wanted to do. By the way, Sim Toolkit Pro, the new version, is just absolutely phenomenal. There's so many development in this EFB, it makes it one of the very best. Let's see who's with us here today before we move on. Monish Johnson, hello there, my friend, and welcome to the stream. We've got, let me see here if I can see it correctly. Is it PT? And we've got Stan. Stan, how are you there, my friend? Thank you very much. Leaf, my friend, how are you doing? And we've got, is it Elise? I'm sorry if I didn't say your name correctly. And then we've got, I probably need to get my eyes checked there. Hovnav, and we've got Christopher, we've got Jake. Hello there, everyone. Welcome to this stream. Can you guys confirm you can hear the ambient sound correctly in the stream? It says it wants me to tell it what to connect to. All right, we're connecting to X-Plane 11. There we go. All right, so now you can probably, I'm not sure if you can see the flight ticker up there in the corner. Maybe not, I'm not sure. But yeah, you're guys gonna have to excuse me this stream because I'm just really not very well prepared for it, I must say. All right, so we're gonna hop into the cockpit and we're gonna start setting up. But if you guys can just tell me that you can hear the sounds, super soft ambient sound, yes we can. All right, perfect. If you guys want me to increase the volume of the sim, please do let me know, and we can take care of it. Is there any way we turn up the ambient sound? Yeah, we can do that. Let me go ahead and go to right here, and as you can see here are the speakers. I'm still not sure what's going on here with the speakers. All right, so can you hear it better now? So if you can, let me just do a quick test here. Yeah, I think that's, let me know if this is sufficient, guys. If it is sufficient, then we're good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start up or power up the aircraft, and we are going to take a look, of course, at our flight plan just momentarily here. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the overhead panel. We're going to start battery 1 and battery 2. And by the way, I had to actually lower down the volume on my speakers because my headphones aren't working, so I probably am not hearing anything right now. So there we go. All right, so external power is turned on. I hope you can guys hear the nice BSS Sound Pack sounds. And we are going to go to the ADIRs and set them to nav mode. And then we're going to head down here and see, let's see, ground control is turned on. So cruise supply is turned on. And then we are going to bring up the Toliss control panel. And we're going to go to the, let's see here, we're going to go to the AVI tab. And we're going to load up our flight plan. So let's go back up. And let's see one more. And we want the output folder, which is somewhere down here. There we go. Output folder. And operational flight plans. And there we go. All right. Let's take a look here. So, today for this flight, we are going to need about 6,000, so we'll say 7,100. So we're going to go to performance here, and we're going to put 7,100 for the fuel. I think the cargo, whatever, I'm happy with the payload, so we're just going to say apply and quick refuel. Ground services, we're good with all of that, so everything here is fine at the moment. So we're just going to go ahead and close this. And we are going to go back to the overhead panel, turn on our fuel pumps, and we are good there. And we are going to take a look here, and nav lights, we can leave that for now. Emergency lights are armed, and we're going to turn on the seatbelt signs and non-smoking signs. All right, so all is looking good here, and we are then going to go to the glare shield and just take a note of our cruise altitude, which is, in this case, 36,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and set 36,000 feet. 36,000 is set. Yeah, problem with the resolution. Yeah. Lewis Howard, thank you very much for becoming a VVIP member. Yeah, I'm not sure what is exactly wrong with the resolution. I'm scaling it down to... I honestly don't know what the problem is with the resolution, but it looks like it's kind of cut off somehow, isn't it? Yeah. Widescreen horizontal resolution is squished widescreen 1080p. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think I can stop the stream and see if I can get it to work. Yeah, I think that's what the problem is. So let me do that, guys, real quick, and I will be right back. Let me just let's see here. All right, so I'm going to put you on the stream starting page, and I'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back, and hopefully the resolution is fixed. Let me know if it's not. All right, can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now, according to what I see. Let me see here. Much better quality. Okay. Is it still squished? I mean, is the screen still squished, or are we good to go? All right, Leaf or Stan, if you can let me know if the screen still looked squished or if it's good to go. Because I actually have no idea as to what you guys are seeing. But I'm going to try to go here and see if I can. Okay, good to go. All right, perfect. All right, so sorry about that, and we're going to go ahead and bring up some lights here to the cockpit. Not a very good start. I should have actually done a test stream just to test the new rig and you know, all the sounds and everything, but you know, my bad. So here we go. Let's take a look, and I want to welcome everyone who has just joined us. Yeah, it's ultra wide screen, so that's why I've been having some issues really with the resolution, but hopefully it's okay now. At least I can see that it looks all right. Looks all right. Let me see here. Yeah, I think it looks okay, guys. What do you think? I mean, looks all right. Okay, so we're going to bring up some more lights here. And over here, PFDs, MFDs, all that good stuff. And we can now start programming the FMS. Right. Okay, so we are going to go to initialization. We are at Echo Charlie Kilo Hotel. No, that's not right. Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. And we are heading to Echo November Golf Mike. Stick that here. Flight number is according. Oops. Let me just go to. Yeah, there we go. And flight number today is Scandinavian 1458. So 1458. Cost index 5. Cruise altitude is 36,000 feet. And we're going to align IRS. Alright, good stuff. Is it still 720p only? Huh. That's really strange. That's definitely very strange, yeah. Alright. Let's see here. We are going to go to the next page, and we're going to bring up the Toliss control panel once more. And we're going to go to the performance. As you can see, we have 7.1 for the fuel and for the 71.7. So 71.7. And we have 28%. 28. And we're going to stick that here. And for the block fuel is 7.1. Right, 7.1 is now set, and we can now go to the flight plan, And according to the flight plan, and here's what I'm going to do for the flight plan. Let's see here. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take a look here. Let's see. Next page. There we go. So that's the flight plan. It's actually pretty simple. If you look here, we're going to depart runway 22 right through the VDAR 1 Charlie departure, transitioning into VDAR and then onto airway Lima 997 to Lona, and then it's the Luni Papa for Lima star into Oslo, and we're going to be performing an ILS approach runway 01 left. Leaf, my friend, thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate it very much. Thank you for your support over the years. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and enter the flight plan information into the MCD. Actually, let's just bring this here so we can have everything. Oh, come on. Just bring this here, and now it's easier. We can just click here and select departure, and we're going to be departing runway 22 right, and that's runway 22 right through the VDAR 1 Charlie, and that's our SID, temporary flight plan, insert. And then we are going to take VDAR here, so we're going to click that and click on the airway. And as you can see, the airway is Lima 997, Lima 997, and we're going to stick that here. And we are going to exit at Lunab. So we're going to enter that here, IP. There we go. And then it is our star. So we're going to insert and then go to the destination and select arrival. And from the arrival, as you can see, 01 left is our arrival, which is this one here. And the star is the Luni Papa for Lima. That's the one. And we are going to insert, and we're just going to make sure that there are no discontinuities in our flight plan. And you can see the TC, the top of climb and top of descent are right after one another, and then it is our approach into Oslo. So all is looking good here. We're going to go to performance. We're going to select the configuration here from the control panel. As you can see, we have a V1 of 150, V rotate the same, and V2 of 153. So if we go to performance and we select 150 and 150 and 153 or V2. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet, and flight, we're doing flaps 1 for departure, and the trim is down 0.1 degrees. So we're going to enter that down 0.1. Flex temperature is 59. There we go, and it's all set now. Alright, we no longer need the control panel, so we're going to remove that, and we can also remove this here, and we are now good. And we can actually start with, actually let's take a look at the weather information. So let's go next page, next page. Alright, so we look at the weather information here at the departure airport, and we can see that the QNH is 1009. So we're going to set 1009. QNH is now set on both sides, and we are now pretty much ready. I'm not sure why. Alright, there we go. Just making sure that everything looks okay. that pretty much looks like what I've seen in Navigraph. So it's looking good. Yeah, we're going to switch back to Arc here. Okay, Shaw, we have Captain M&M, user 454. How's the Toliss different from the flight factor one? Oh, so, well, look, the flight factor, first of all, it's an A320, and this is an A321, so there is a difference in the performance, the engines, and the range of the aircraft, for sure. In terms of the fidelity, I think the flight factor is a bit, maybe a notch more sophisticated than the Toliss in terms of the way it looks, and then it ships out of the box with really nice sounds, whereas the Toliss does not come with the sounds. And while both aircraft have a sound pack for them, the A320 by flight factor has better sounds. In terms of performance, they are pretty much the same, so they're at par in terms of the realism, performance realism, and that's by account of real-world Airbus pilots. So let's go ahead, and we are ready now. So we are going to plan. Let's go ahead and start the APU. So APU master is on, and we're just going to wait for the door to open, and we can now start the APU. And yeah, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and plan our pushback out of this position. Pre-plan the pushback, and we're just going to bring the aircraft right over here, and then we're going to taxi to the runway. So there we go.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
All right. And while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and set TCAS to TARA, because I know I'm going to forget that. And other than that, we're just going to wait for the APU to become available. All right, so let's turn on our beacon lights. Nav lights are on. And overhead panel. Lights are on. I hope you guys are okay with the 720p, 720p in terms of the resolution. I am really not sure, but I might actually bring on the other screen and use that screen for streaming, and use my ultra wide just for recording videos and what have you. What is your opinion on the Russian aircraft MC-21? I've heard it's a promising aircraft. Quite frankly, I don't know. I haven't seen it. So yeah, I really don't know. All right, so let me see here. APU should be available by now. All right, so APU bleed is on. External power is off, and we are good to go now. So what we're going to do is we are going to start pushing out of our position. Everything is looking good to me. Alright, let's go ahead and set this here on. Alright, so we are here in pre-flight. Alright, so guys, can you tell me if you're seeing the Sim Toolkit Pro ticker on the top of the screen? I'm not sure if it's on or not, but if you guys can let me know, I appreciate it. The sound is really low, or is that just me? Which sound? Is it my sound or the sound of the Sim? Yes, we are seeing it. Okay, perfect. Right, so I can increase the sound of the Sim if that's what you guys want. Just let me know, and we can increase it just a notch. We can definitely do that. All right, let's go ahead and call the pushback, better pushback, and start.
Ground to cockpit. Pro is driving up.
Your mic, probably. I think your voice audio is too low. Voice audio is too low. Is it? Oh. All right. Well, we can probably put that here. Is that better? So if that's better. Sounds not low. Well, I've increased it now, so if you guys can just confirm that the sound, my sound, is okay. Everything is fine on my end. Turn your speakers up.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Right, tell me if that's okay. All right, so we are ready. I'm not sure what he's saying here. Are we? Let's see. Where's the pushback thread? Oh, there he is. I can't hear your sound over the sim sound. No. I'll tell you guys. I think it's best that the sim sound stays right about here.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, I'm just going to keep it here for now, and let me know what happens once we start the engines. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Hearing you and the sim fine. Alright, thanks Dan. Alright, so we are pushing back out of our position, ladies and gentlemen, and we are good. We're going to go ahead and start the engines. So we're going to start with the engine number 2. Beautiful scenery by Fly Tampa there of Kastrup Airport in Denmark. Everything is good enough. Okay, cool. Right, engine is starting, and looking good. Have you tried the Honeycomb throttle yet? No, not yet. I haven't gotten the Honeycomb Bravo throttle yet. No. The sound balance is great now. Perfect. Glad to hear it, my friend. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start engine number 1. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and set flaps 1 for departure, arm the speed brakes, and brakes on max. And we're going to go ahead and click on hold all of them.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
All right, looks like we're good here, so let's go ahead and set the parking brake. Parking brake is set.
Disconnecting cow. Stand by.
And we'll stand by for the ground services to disconnect. And engines are good, so we're going to go ahead and set the engine mode selector to normal. And we no longer need the APU bleed. APU master can go off. The cruise sound is not from PAX. The cruise sound is actually from the expansion pack, the BSS expansion pack. You can see now there's you can hear more sounds here in the cabin. So there you go. So you can hear more ambient sounds here. So yeah. Yeah, it's a good sound pack. Hello there, good afternoon.
On the right. We'll see you next
Lewis,
time.
how are
Have
you
a
doing, my
safe flight.
friend? What are you currently using, yoke or stick? I'm currently using the yoke. Alright, so everything is set here, cabin is ready, and we are good to go. Let's go ahead and turn on the runway turn-off lights and nose lights to taxi. Wing lights are also turned on, and we're going to taxi to runway 22 right. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. We need to set our trim. So let's set the trim to 0.5. Is it 0.1 or 0.5? 0.1, I believe. Yeah, something like that. All right. Parking brake is released, and we are good to go. It's raining here in Denmark right now, so let's go and turn on the wiper. And we're going to decrease the range. There we go. Isn't she a special aircraft? Well, to the best of my knowledge, Librain still does not work. So, yeah, it still doesn't work with the new version of X-Plane. By the way, I have no clue what I'm doing in terms of taxiing here, but let's see what we can do. I know that that's the runway, I just don't know how to get there. But yeah, if I recall correctly, this is the right taxiway to get there. Approaching 1, 2. As a starter flight simulator, what would you recommend? It depends. So what do you want? What do you want the recommendation? You want, which flight simulator you mean? Well, I mean both. I think both simulators can be used by beginners and avid flight simulators, if you ask me. But probably Microsoft Flight Simulator is more of a game than it is a simulator in my view, at least at this point. And I know, some of you guys will probably not like that, but that's my view. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the strobe lights, and the landing lights are on. Nose light to take off, and we are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. This is our runway, and we are cleared for takeoff. Runway 22 right. Approaching 22 right. All right. We're lined up here, ready to go. And we're going to start the clock. Let's take it to config test. Right, hold set. And we are going to bring the power to about 50%. Stable. Parking brake released. Ground flex, SRS, and runway. Force flying is set. And we're going to go ahead and engage the autopilot. And we continue now our climb to 36,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and disarm the ground spoilers. And we can also turn on the wipers. Well, this is actually the Neo. It is definitely the Neo. Alright, we're about 5,000 feet. Transition altitude. And set to standard. Are these replacement cockpit textures? No, actually, I haven't replaced anything. So that's what you would get with the aircraft. Some error messages there. Sim sounds, so I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? If it's just the external sound, I'll leave it. To the outside view, the sim was too high. Yeah, I reckon that it would be too high. Yeah, I need to fix the sound in the stream and the resolution and stuff. All that good stuff needs to be fixed. But for this stream, if you guys just excuse my bad. We'll just really have too much time to set things up during. Audio got auto corrected to auto. Right, we passed 10,000 feet. We can kill the those lines can also go off. Those lines can go off. Make sure the lines can go off. And we can turn off the seatbelts and smoke. There we go. All signs are up, and we are think run out by the aircraft sound. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring the same sounds right down here. Okay, is that good enough now? Can you hear me okay? Should be okay. I mean, those used to be the old settings I used to use in the previous computer, but I honestly haven't tested this, so I probably will do another test stream at some point to just test these things out. That's better. Okay, good. All right, so we can actually take a look here at the wing view here of the engine. Some views that I've set up for you guys to enjoy. Looks pretty good, huh? Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually not exactly sure what is going on with the resolution. I'm not getting the, I think it's because of the monitor, I'm not getting the 920 by 1080 as an option. And that's the reason why we're getting kind of non-standard resolutions at the moment. But yeah, I'll fix that, or just bring the old monitor and use that one. Let's see what happens. Well, I'm glad the sound is fixed, and I definitely am planning some giveaways in the days to come. I haven't been very active on the streaming side of things, and that's mainly due to my involvement in a very large project at work. So we are implementing, as you may or may not know, I don't know, but I work for a local bank in Kuwait, and I'm a senior person in IT, in information technology, and so we're leading the omni-channel transformation and core banking as well. So we're replacing core and some big projects going on. So I'm involved in just about all the projects, and that puts a lot of strain on my time. And so I haven't really had much time to look at all the new add-ons that came out. Some kind of stood out, and I thought I have to kind of make a video on it. I do receive constant emails from developers to review their products. I'm just really very sorry that I haven't been able to spend a lot of time there. So do you think it's worth the $100 for the plane and the add-ons? Well, in my view, the Toliss is one of the better made aircraft for X-Plane 11. In my view, it is worth its price, and I think the add-ons are worth it as well. Now, I'm not sure about the... So, if you get the sound pack, I wouldn't get the expansion myself. I mean, unless you're really big on sounds. But the original sound pack that came for the CFM engines is perfectly fine. An extra $10 for the expansion pack, and the Neo Mod is again, it gives you some features, but in my view, it's not required. You can enjoy flying the Toliss A321 without all these mods, just the same in my view. If you want that extra level of immersion, then yeah, definitely, you might want to invest. But to me, to be extremely frank, when you pay, $69 or $70 for an aircraft like the Toliss, I'd expect it to come with decent sounds. I expect it to come with decent textures. I expect it to come with everything. And you shouldn't really have to purchase additional sound packs for an aircraft of that price. So if I'd go back and think about it a little bit. Maybe release of the year. I think, yeah, I think overall the price might be on the high end of things, but overall the Toliss is worth its price in my view, but not definitely not a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I definitely expect it. For example, the EKCH is I think what, $84, $79, something like that. But it is an amazing aircraft, amazing sounds, amazing just about everything. The updates don't come as often as other developers, but still a great aircraft. So yeah, release of the year. In my view, the release of the year 2020, as far as flight simulation is concerned, is of course Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's the release of the year, but for X-Plane, in terms of add-ons, I believe it's the INI Builds A300 is release of the year. Tell you, the INI Builds A300 is a very sophisticated aircraft, and I actually think it is the release of the year. A very well made aircraft. The sounds are not that great, if you ask me, but the level or the depth of simulation of the aircraft systems is phenomenal. And according to a couple of retired A300 Airbus pilots, the aircraft is actually, it flies pretty close to the real thing. So yeah, it's definitely a very immersive aircraft. It's quite sophisticated in that sense. I prefer more realistic simulation. I've heard a group of people are developing an extension to the default A320 for FS 2020, kind of like the Zevo. Yes, so definitely the fly-by-wire project is what you're referring to, and I've used it, and it's definitely brings the aircraft a notch up in terms of the immersion and simulation of the aircraft systems. But out of the box, Microsoft Flight Simulator, my favorite aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator is the Cessna 152, and that is, in my view, one of the better made aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Overall, the sim looks phenomenal. Last night I was flying with Threshold CEO Magnus, and we were just kind of having fun and flying around Panama, and the scenery, the mountains, the rivers, the scenery is just phenomenal. It is breathtaking, and you get really an appreciation for the terrain in that region of the world. Your voice is too low. Is it? Oh, I thought my voice was okay, so I'm not sure what else I can do, but I can tweak the mic here just a notch more. Is that better now? Yeah, I'm having several issues in this video with just about everything. Sounds and just sounds, resolution, you name it. Really problematic stream, but hopefully we can correct all of these issues in the next stream, hopefully. Hey Rand, how are you there, my friend? Merry Christmas to you. Very good to see you on the stream. I might have caught you earlier in the stream, but yeah, welcome, my friend. I hope everything is well at your end and your family and all of your families. Hopefully you guys have had a good Christmas day and you're prepared for the holidays. I'm excited about the new year, and definitely I feel that 2021 is going to be better than 2020. I always think that the next year is going to be better than the earlier year, the previous year. So that's always my thought. Not to say that 2020 was a bad year, with the exception of COVID, but it's been a good year. The health of my family and myself is good, so it's a good year. That's how I see it. No major, you know, tragic events as far as, you know, the family and the loved ones, so that's a plus as well. And so it counts as a good year despite, you know, COVID and all the, you know, all the drama associated with COVID. But yeah, I honestly think that 2021 is going to be even better. And I definitely wish you guys Happy New Year, you and your families. I'm able to hear you and understand you, but your adjustment there made it louder and more clear. Perfect. Well, I'm glad that it's better. And we are, ladies and gentlemen, approaching the top of climb now, which is 36,000 feet. And we can momentarily start entering the destination information. But here is a switch. Let's take a look at the external view. There you go, and that's the 36,000 mark. So what I'm going to do is, this is Oslo, and so we are expecting at Oslo, we're expecting 0702 knots in terms of wind. Not really big deal. Q&H is 996, and everything else is looking pretty good. Here, and there's some strange things here, but we can always look at SimToolKit Pro and figure out the temperature. Yeah, so we're approaching 36,000 feet. All is looking good. As you can see here, the top of climb is right there, 34.5. Almost there. All right, let's take a look here at yeah, so I think so the message I get, it says please check the video resolution. The current resolution is 1964 by 822, which is probably non-standard for YouTube, and that's why you know, you kind of get this squished screen. So probably in the next stream I will just grab my old monitor and use it for the streams, and use the ultra wide monitor for for video recording and what have you. Is that a beta version of a BSS Sound Pack for the Toliss? No, this is not a beta. This is a release, and you'll be able to find both sound packs at the X-Plane.org store. But mind you, you cannot purchase the IAE expansion pack if you don't already have the CFM sound pack. So one is the original and the other one is an expansion pack. So you will need both of them for this expansion pack. Yeah. There are only yeah, so there are two of them, but you have to have the CFM in order to get the IAE. The IAE will not work without the CFM. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, they will both work with the Neo Mod for sure. Absolutely. All right, let's take a look here, guys. We have just leveled off at our final cruise altitude today of 36,000 feet. And what we're going to do is we are going to enter the destination information. So we're going to head back here, and let's see here. Performance. Cruise, we're good there. Top of descent is about 50 nautical miles. So we're going to go to the next phase, and the Q&H, and the destination airport is 09906. So we're going to enter 09906. Stick that here, and the temperature is, I have no clue. Yeah, Let's take a look at SimToolkit Pro, and we're going to take here and see if we can decode the temperature. I have absolutely no clue what the temperature is. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, we're just going to say 5. There we go. That works. And the wind 070, 2 knots. And we enter that here. Transition altitude 5,000 feet. PF is 149. That looks good. The Barrow radio, you can just leave those, that's fine. Fly plan. Alright, there we go. 51 nautical miles to the top of descent, and we should see it right here. So that's the top of descent there. Yeah, we're about 22 minutes into the flight from the minute we took off. It's been about 22 minutes. I guess I will have to have real world sounds of the Well, I suppose so. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, to be honest, if you know, if that's the you know, if those sounds are recorded from the real aircraft or not. That's something that I personally cannot vouch for. As you started to talk, I bumped keyboard and lost all sound in YouTube. What's Google done now? Merry Christmas, my friend. Merry Christmas, Rand. Well, I'm not sure what happened to you, but I hope that you are able to recover the sounds. Alright, so we're not very far from top of descent. If we look here, go to performance, cruise altitude, about 30 nautical miles from top of descent. So what I'm going to do is we are going to take a look at the platform altitude at Oslo, and it looks like it's 3,500 feet. So we're going to reset the MCP altitude to 3,500 feet. And there we go, 3,500 feet. Right, we're good, and we're going to begin our descent momentarily. By the way, we've been flying without the radios, believe it or not. Yeah, there we go. Too many errors in this stream, and yeah. I have but had to close, come back in. Alright, well, hopefully it's all working out for you now. So guys, let me know, would you like to see more streams of Microsoft Flight Simulators in group flights? So as I've told you, I've been flying with Magnus, the CEO of Threshold, and it's pretty casual, you know, we just talk about things, and it's quite fun. So if you guys would like, you know, we can definitely stream those over here on the channel. If that's something that intrigues you, it's something that we can definitely do. It's definitely fun for me, but I don't know if it's going to be fun for you guys. But yeah, if that's something you like, please let me know, and we'll definitely be able to stream those flights. Doesn't really matter if you have the radios on or off when flying offline, does it? No, it really doesn't. It doesn't really matter. Alright, let's see here. By the way, you see this flicker here? I've confirmed that when you're using the new release candidate, 11.51, those flickers are gone, and a lot of the shadow issues are fixed in that version of X-Plane. It's just that I had a couple of CTDs with it so I decided not to do it using this stream, and I will probably revisit that in a video to show you, you know, if there is any improvement in performance. I've got some really cool tools to monitor now performance and CPU utilization and all that good stuff. So I will be definitely making a video as soon as 11.51 is released. I prefer Ustream commercial airliners. Okay, well that's cool. John Mark, hello from USA, state of Mississippi. Hello there, my friend. How are you doing today? And Rand, thank you very much for the donation, my friend. Really appreciate your generosity and support. All right, we're approaching the top of descent mark, as you can see here. So we are going to start our descent momentarily. I mean, really, I appreciate all the support you guys have been providing to the channel. I'm doing very well, John. Thanks for asking, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. All right, here's the top of descent mark. So we are going to go ahead and descend. Not sure why it hasn't started, but here we go. We're going to do a nav descent now. Alright, and we can see now the aircraft has begun the descent. We're going to be descending to 3,500 feet today, which is the platform altitude at Oslo, Norway. And I flew actually today from Denmark and to Oslo because I've decided actually that I'm not... by the way, the scenery at Oslo is a freeware. You will be able to see it momentarily, but of course the scenery at Kastrup is in payment, which is Fly Tampa. So yeah. And then if you guys have any ideas for the streams, please do let me know, and I'll be more than happy to stream the stuff that you guys like to see. Definitely in the days, in the previous days, I was planning some Airbus for Microsoft Flight Simulator, maybe something in my region, and definitely the King Air, the 350 King Air for X-Plane 11 is another beautiful aircraft, very immersive aircraft. I like to fly it a lot. I'm just curious, what does Q8 mean? Oh. Q8 stands for Kuwait, which is the country where I am a national. So Q8 really stands for Kuwait. That's really what it stands for. And by the way, the Q8 came back in the days, you know, for initially it was a gas station. I think I mentioned this before. It was a gas station that started with Q8 as in denoting Kuwait as the country. And then it became kind of the trend here in Kuwait. So you'd find Q8 flowers, Q8 cars, Q8 food, Q8 everything, and obviously Q8Pilot, which is myself. So yeah, it goes with the trend, but it is you know, it is so it reflects my identity. It reflects who I am, really. But in a nice way, I think, in a very, you know, kind of light way. So, yeah. All right, so we continue our descent. We are down to 28,000 feet. Looks like we're a bit too high, but you can see that the green ball here is should be in the middle. So we're a bit too high now, but it kind of correcting itself. So we're looking okay. Let's go ahead and you know, increase the range here a bit. I think we're doing just fine. There's a sharp turn there, and then, you know, the ILS approach. We can start. Well, we don't need the lighting system immediately, but you know, we are doing just fine. We should be below the clouds momentarily. We should be able to see land beneath us. We are definitely flying over Norway right now. And by the way, if you're wondering, X-Enviro 1.15, so is it 1.1? Yeah, 1. So I've done an initial test with X-Enviro, and well, I'll tell you guys, I'm not entirely impressed with the performance. I'm impressed with how it looks. So when you move the sliders all the way to the right, definitely it looks absolutely phenomenal, but non-flyable, really. I mean, even with my rig, which is, you know, overclocked to 5.1 gigahertz with a 3090 RTX graphics card, it's still just it brings the machine absolutely to its knees. So you know, it's not a you know, to me it's still not ready. To me, X-Enviro is a very promising product, and it is a complete environment engine. So if they actually work on the performance, I think it would be great. I enjoyed X-Enviro a lot when it first came out, but as X-Plane progressed and got updated, I think the developers did not really keep abreast of the new development, and they kind of fell behind. By the way, the developer of X-Enviro is a real 737 pilot. Andre is a real 737 pilot. So he probably doesn't get much time to work on the product, and when he does, it's just an effort of a very small team. So there isn't really that big of a team working on the product. And of course, this is not in defense or anything. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, X-Enviro, as it stands today, is not worth the money. Okay, it used to be worth the money when it first came out. Performance was great. I used to really enjoy it. But right now, while it is, the features are kind of next gen. So you'd see the cloud generation uses the same method that Microsoft Flight Simulator uses, which is generating clouds through noise, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. But then the performance suffers so much that it makes the experience, just ruins the experience totally. So yeah, so we are currently at 19,900 feet, continuing our descent to 3,500 feet. We are 34 minutes into our flight, and we should be at our destination in 13 minutes or so. Yeah, so we're getting close now. All right, so let's see here. Guys, I'm watching this from an actual plane. Flying JetBlue from Lax Boston. Oh, hello there. Wow, that's something. That's really something. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, enjoy the flight for sure. Wish you a safe landing. Yeah, I think we all share the passion for aviation. Yeah, I absolutely love aircraft. I love watching them. I love flying them. I love traveling on them. It's just really, a joy to be on an aircraft. Just the sheer scene of that much heavy metal up in the air is fascinating, and it's it definitely reminds you of human progress and what man has really created, and all the advancement in technology since the Wright brothers, of course. Where it used to be just a dream and then it became a reality. And look at aviation today, and look at all the technology and the innovation in the aviation industry. And by the way, it doesn't just go for the actual aircraft, but it also goes to the actual industry, like the airport management, and there is a lot that goes into airport management. So if you actually dig deeper and just if you look just how the luggage is managed. It's fascinating. There's a nice book, I can't remember the name, but if I do remember the name, I'll make sure I post it in the community tab, which tells you about really the operation in an airport. So what happens, how's the food managed, the luggage, it's huge. And all of the innovations that are being brought into this industry is absolutely fascinating. But the single most fascinating thing about the whole thing is that piece of metal, you know, that really heavy piece of metal flying up in the air and, you know, reaching in some cases 40,000 feet. To me, that is just absolutely fascinating. What's the FPS right now with your... let's bring it up. FPS is about 62, 63 FPS. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's also right here on the tab. Yeah, about 60 FPS right there. Remember that. Yeah, so it's pretty smooth. You know, I'm pretty pleased with the performance overall. I think it performs pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with this build. I use it, by the way, for production. So 3D, I have a lot of 3D work to do, just for fun, but it's quite involved, and so it does really use all the cores. It uses the 3090, and I've got a 8K display where I use all of this stuff on. So yeah, definitely worth the investment in my view for what I do. But honestly, guys, if you're just going to do flight simulation, the 3080 will just do just fine, and it's a lot less in price. And with the 3090, you're only going to get about 20% more performance. So you do the math. If you're getting about 30 FPS today on a 3080, you're just going to get 20%, which is very negligible in terms of performance on a 3090. So yeah, definitely not an aircraft for not a graphics card for a flight sim. Definitely. So if that's the only reason you're getting it, then it's definitely not worth the investment. That's my honest view on the 3090, RTX 3090. Nice. So are you on max settings? I'm not exactly on max settings. I'll show you my settings right here. So this is what I have right now. We can turn, by the way, reflection details on. We're going to get some FPS loss there. But this is what I have in terms of the settings, and it's fine. For streaming, I've turned off the reflection, but normally I have the reflection at the maximum, and I suffer no degradation in performance whatsoever. So yeah. All right, so let's take a look here, folks. We are at 12,000 feet. We are approaching our destination now, and we're not too far from from Oslo, so we're going to turn on the landing system because I honestly don't want to forget it. And let's see here, what else is there? We don't need terrain here. Everything looks good here. Let's make sure this is on flight plan. I'm using a GeForce 945MX. I usually fly the Airsoft A320 on FSX. There's no point of upgrading my simulator or add-ons if I can. Also, is there a cabin announcement? Yeah, I do have the jar design ground handling. I think it's it's not a necessary add-on, but it's nice to have in my view. Cabin announcements for the A321 is there, but you have to read the manual. So it's available with not out of the box with this expansion pack. It's there, but you have to read the manual because there are certain things you need to do in order to trigger these sounds. LE134 curved gaming monitor. Yup, that is. I can see that you guys are using the specs and monitor commands to get my monitor, so I'm glad that you guys are able to use it. That's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and decrease the range. Yeah, I mean, that looks a bit funny to me, but yeah, that's the route that I got. So, all right, we're closing in now to 10,000 feet. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look. Is that a restriction? That is definitely a restriction. 220 knots and 11,000 feet until Golf Mike 414, and then we're going to begin the descent again. So we should actually extend flaps 1 according to, so I'm going to go ahead and go flaps 1. That is a really nice scene. Looks pretty good. What do you guys think? The shake is a bit too much, isn't it? I think so. But I'm just going to leave this so you can see that flicker. That flicker is not there in 11.51. Are you using Active Sky right now? No, I am not using Active Sky. I'm using default X-Plane weather. Is this the new BSS Neo Sound Pack, or is this the mix of the sound? So I do have both BSS sound packs for the A321. There is the CFM and the IAE. The latter is an expansion pack, so you need the former to run the latter. Yeah, all right, 11,000 feet, 220 knots. We are looking good, folks. And let's go ahead and take a look at the external view. Looking good. So William Morris says, I just checked your PC specs and I've just realized you have a NASA PC. That's a nice joke. Those Neo engines look amazing. Absolutely, yeah, they look fantastic. So this is the beta of the upcoming... No, this is no beta, my friend. This is the sound pack. It's been released to the public and available on the X-Plane org store for immediate purchase. Alright, here's our turn. I tell you guys, I absolutely adore X-Plane. The smoothness of this sim is definitely to be commended. And it's smoother actually on 11.51. But yeah, I told you that I've had some issues, some CTDs, so I thought I don't want those during the stream. So yeah. Right, not too far from our destination now. Alright, and you can see now we are descending. Let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights. Landing lights are turned on. Nose light to take off. Runway turn off lights. Wing lights are on. And we're going to turn on the passengers and non-smoking signs. And we are now looking good. As you can see now, this is our destination right there. going to switch to 20 nautical mile range. Hello there, my friend from Germany, and welcome. Are you still allowed smoke on air? Unfortunately, no, you can't do that. Yeah, I remember the days when we used to smoke on airplanes, and yeah, unfortunately, I do smoke. So yeah, it's a bit difficult, especially on longer flights. For those of you, it's a really bad habit, so I don't recommend it. I recommend that you, if you are a smoker, that you quit. But it's a really nasty habit that I picked up at some point, and I have X-Plane 11. However, if I run it, my laptop CPU, for other reasons, simulates WHT if I put a slice of bread. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it happens, by the way, with laptops. Even with my Dell Alienware laptop, it's you know, it still gets you know, a lot of heat is generated from it when I run games and when my kids play games on it as well. And it doesn't really matter which game, but it really does generate a lot of heat from the back, and that's just the nature of laptops. I think because of the size, it's very compact. So when the GPU is being worked, I think the fans start running really fast, and there's a lot of heat that needs to be let out of the unit to preserve its temperature and keep it in the normal lows. So yeah, it's understood for sure. All right, we are descending now to about 6,800 feet. We are slightly high, so I'm gonna go ahead and that isn't a good thing to do. You can see this is the ILS. You can see the glide slope there. So hopefully we'll be able to reduce our altitude pretty soon for our descent and approach into Oslo. I think that's the approach phase right there. Should start momentarily. The altimeter is, if you look here, is 906. Position altitude 5,000. That's fine. 906. Let's go ahead and set that. 996. Much better. Alright, we're looking good. We're almost there, folks, and we are 50 minutes, so we are about 3 minutes late now. So the approximate flight time was supposed to be about 47 minutes, but we're looking fine. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to hit the approach button. Approach is engaged. And that should put us right on the runway. Let's go ahead and phase. Let's go back. Approach phase. Oh, I'm not sure the approach phase is activated.
2,500.
But I tell you what, guys, I don't think it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the landing gear. Start to extend. Still doesn't want to do that. All right.
2000.
That's the runway ahead of us. Yeah, we have it in sight. All right, and let's go ahead and turn on the wipers. Not sure why the approach phase did not get activated, but we've kind of saved the day just right on time. All right, flaps full. Yeah, we are too fast, but we should be fine. 1,000 feet. All right, let's go ahead and disengage the autopilot. My aircraft.
Terrain.
500.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
And touchdown. I forgot the spoilers, so I don't think we've armed the spoilers. But yeah, that was not a very good landing, I must say. Oh man, just when you don't stream for a while, you just lose touch. I haven't done full flights in a very long time. So, I did not have the reversers mapped either to anything. So that kind of added insult to injury. So yeah, but fine. Yeah, alright, so nonetheless we made it safely here. We're gonna repeat, we're gonna take a look just now at the replay. Yeah, I think it was a hard landing, but we'll take a look. What did you guys receive the? I think that was an all right landing. Just don't let the passengers know about the mistake. Yeah. So, did you get the FPM from Sim Toolkit Pro? I'm actually not sure if you got it, but this flight was full of mistakes and just really rusty, guys. I'm really sorry for that. But yeah, I haven't, been really doing a lot of flights lately, and it kind of shows, doesn't it? We're just going to bring the aircraft somewhere over there, and we're going to take a look at our... Yeah, I'm not sure what the landing rate was, because but maybe some Toolkit Pro would show me, I don't know. But it should have been displayed on the screen. If not, that's another thing that I'm going to add to my list of things to check for. Well, we're going to take a look at our landing ad here momentarily. Okay, so it did not display it. I see. Alright, well, let's see if there's something here. FPM was minus 48. That's the FPM, as you can see. Landing recorded at minus 48 FPM, 144 knots, and 1.72G. That's what SimToolkit Pro reports. Well, I'm not sure where we're going, but you know what? I'm just going to go in and park the aircraft somewhere here, because it looks like it's going to be a long taxi, and we're just going to bring the, it looks like this is a military hangar there. Now I can see military aircraft and military vehicles, but yeah, we're just going to go ahead and bring the aircraft to a stop here, and we're going to take a look at the landing. So yeah, minus 48 FPM, so that's what SimToolkit Pro reports. And what we'll do now is we're going to take a look at the replay. So let's go ahead and let's see here. About right here. No, that's too much. That's too little. There we go. Start. Heavy rain as we came to land. That's us right there through the bad weather. There we go. Yeah, definitely the replay in X-Plane is just phenomenal. You can do so many things with it. Look at that. Looks pretty cool, isn't it? Well, that looked to me like, you know, it can't be minus 48 FPM. As far as I'm concerned, it looks a lot harder than that. Let's take a look here again. Let's do it this way. That looks pretty hard, doesn't it? At least from what I'm seeing, it looks a lot harder than these. That's fine. So I'm going to show it again. Oh well. Yeah, it looks like maybe 100 or minus 150. To me, maybe it's probably 240, something like that. Those are the reversers, which I think, oh, look at that effect. It's pretty cool, doesn't it? Yeah, it's something that I need to fix. I need to map something on the reversers to make sure that we get into the next screen. And then I'll make sure that I also resolve the sound and the resolution, all that good stuff in the next stage. So I do apologize, guys, for all the mistakes in the screen, including the lousy approach into Oslo, Norway. Nonetheless, I hope that you enjoyed watching this stream today. I definitely enjoyed being here today with you. Enjoyed all the interaction. Once again, I want to wish you all a belated Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, my friends. I wishing your families and all your loved ones a prosperous 2021. I will probably not be producing anything until the dawn of the next year. So until then, please take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you all very soon. Take care and happy 2021.